But a whole bunch of crazy shit has been alleged, and I'll get around to addressing all of it as I can. But like, there's a duality where people want you to they say like don't talk about your personal life. So then you don't talk about your personal life, and then they're like, you lied about your personal life. It's like, actually, it just wasn't your business. And it doesn't affect you in any way. I didn't scam anyone for a charity or anything like that. I don't even know how to do a crypto thing. Like a crypto, I would do one of those crypto scams. Those seem great, but I don't know how to do those. I'm not tech literate in that way, so that didn't work. Put you on a pedestal of their own making, and you failed the anime headcanon of you. Just like you always said, Judges are just a person in a robe. Nick is just a dude on the internet. I don't know why people are so hung up. Me either. And I'm just a fun, happy dude. Like that. Not right, not lately. Reasons. But in general, like, all these people. I didn't watch the video, but like Legal Mindset, it's like why people stopped interacting with Nick Rekieta. It's like I stopped inviting people on my show because I couldn't reliably say I would be on a given night. I think you guys remember before I got arrested, my schedule was very erratic and I was canceling a lot of shows, and I was genuinely sick. When I said I was sick, I was genuinely sick. That was never a lie, not once. So I want that, to be known. But that being said, like I stopped inviting people on the show because I couldn't promise to actually show up to my own show. That's why people stopped interacting with me. Legal Mindset can make up whatever reason he wants. I stopped interacting with him because he's a nerd. He's sitting here selling this like, oh, here's how you go be a big swinging dick in Asia. It's like, why? Because you couldn't in the US? What's wrong with you? Oh, wait, look at you. There's tons wrong with you. You're not attractive, and you're not a slayer of women like he portrays to be. But that's the internet. I wanted to be on earlier, but I was saving a friend from some personal demons. And he's got that lazy eye. Scanning for the government or whatever at all times. Looking for his debt collectors. Ah! As I come back, I'm only going to talk to people I want to talk to. It really sucks because I'm not going to be in the mood to like help people for a while. They probably don't want my help, which is fine. It's dumb though because I'm fun. But that's okay. I'm not going to be in the mood to like help people out or whatever because it's exhausting helping people only to have them try and fuck you over and over and over again. Yeah, Chichuni, a couple bracelets, one made by one of my kids, and then Lady Raggets made me this one, which is it's complicated, but it's our family. So, all right. Am I making ramen or am I making eggs? I just ate my sandwich, which is to tide me over, and so I made my ramen. Eggs and ramen. Let me see. I boiled some eggs earlier. Let me make sure my kids didn't read them. Oh, baby. All right, this is easy. Oh, Chichunia, I do not eat. I'm up to 168 pounds. Well, that's weird. I thought I had chicken. I gotta see what other protein I have. I mean, I have 3 eggs. That's pretty good on protein. I just normally like to have chicken. I just bought some. I know where it is. Be right back. For my channel right now is finding a trial that I can actually cover reasonably. I don't know if you guys remember it, but I think it was like I said the same thing like a day or 2 days before I got arrested. And I was serious. I was so mad. By the way, normally people say, oh, yeah, you should try something. You shouldn't, don't try getting arrested for a felony. Like, don't. That's not one I recommend. Keep that off the list. Seize the day, thank you. I'm glad you don't feel betrayed, because I didn't betray you. And I wouldn't. I like you guys. Doesn't make sense to betray you. Am I going to jail? Very unlikely. I wasn't doing cocaine when I was like 12, so my bouncy leg started. But anyway, I had that bouncy leg, and I always had the babies at night because my leg would bounce. I'd just sit in a chair, my leg would bounce. So I just put the baby on there and just bounce, and they'd just go to sleep. So I'd sit there and watch TV or watch a movie or whatever, and just bounce a baby for 2 hours. Matthew, you said basic ADHD. Do they not know you? Dude, these shit. I mean, I get to talk about all this eventually, not right now. But the litany of shit and how the telephone game effectively works through government to just you is amazing. It's amazing because, on the criminal side, you have some protections. In the family side, you don't. So they use everything against you, even shit that didn't happen, because they misread stuff. That's cool. You get to tell all this story. I'll explain it more thoroughly, but people always think of the conspiracy as like a grand thing that like the government is like, aha, we target this guy, but it's not. Cool thing is I actually found the multiple mini conspiracies and the evidence. It's not what some people believe. It's not like the government did not target me as far as I can tell and go, this guy is dangerous, we gotta blah blah blah. But they don't normally do that. That involves too much. What happens is one or two people get a bug up their ass and they just do something a little bit wrong, or they leave out something, or they accidentally switch a detail, and you're done. You're done. There's nothing you can really do about it either. You can try and argue. They'll never be punished. And the judges don't like to go your way, especially on drug cases, because of one very specific thing, like especially out here, right? Out here, there's one drug testing lab in the county. And the next closest drug testing lab is an hour away. And after that, it's another hour to the next one. So if they find a problem with the drug testing lab, every case then goes on the chopping block. So they're hesitant to find a problem with drug testing, because then all of the drug testing that they're doing becomes suspect. And that means that, people who maybe have a drug case or whatever that makes sense might be getting off. They might be able to use that problem. So then all the decisions about any drug testing lab are always like these limiting things, like, oh, it's only this one, like this is the only time it happens. Like, well, why do you have a bunch of decisions that go this way? But it makes it kind of difficult to fight and defend, right? When the judge isn't going to go, he's not going to rule for you against a drug lab. It's just not. Maybe in a major metro area on certain cases, but out in the country when that's the only lab, no way. Not in a way that'll make the lab look at all bad. They're just not. They have no reason to believe you because they think you're a drug user. So it doesn't really matter. That's what jury trials end up for, but But the reality is a lot of the stuff in family cases especially should have been dealt with by judges as a matter of law, and they don't. And there's no jury. There's no jury in the family case.